Ladies and gentlemen, buyers, good afternoon and a very warm welcome to what is sure to be another very special Harcourts Rata and Co Auctioneer number 8, Durack Place in Mill Park. My name is Robert Ozzimo and I proudly represent the company of Harcourts Rata and Co. I'm joined here today by some of the best in the business, the boys in blue. Should you require their advice, please feel free to approach either Rob, Leon, Joel, Bale. Inside we have another Leon, just because we've got so many Leons, and of course Mr. Jim Vlahos, who no doubt you've had the great pleasure of becoming acquainted with throughout the marketing campaign. Buyers, let me share with you now the following announcements which in place to have you bid and buy with absolute confidence here today. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that are made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer. I'll indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides for fines for such conduct. The rules permit for vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract of sale has been on display prior to today's auction. We call for 10% deposit upon the fall of the hammer and the signing of that contract to take place here today, with the balance to be paid at settlement in a flexible 30 to 60 days time, at which time the vendor will provide the lucky buyer with vacant possession of the property. All in all, it's quite a straightforward contract. Everything's in there. Everything is quite clear. Buyers, with my highest recommendation, what we offer for your consideration and your competition here today, here in the bowl of Durack Place. It is the perfect family setting and it's the perfect family home. You can see it's one of those homes that just feels like home the moment you walk over the threshold. You can sense the memories that have been made here over the years, and you can imagine the memories that you and your family can make in the years to come. It's very comfortable as it is. It's a free-flowing floor plan, plenty of space for the family today, plenty of space for the family to grow into over the years. But one thing you can never replace is the location we find ourselves in here today. Access to everything that you need for a great lifestyle and great capital growth. Parkland, schools, shopping, transport, all within a stone's throw of where we stand here in the bowl of Durack Place. So a great opportunity for you and your family today to get off the market and into the market before the end of the year, and there's not many opportunities left to do just that. An opportunity to get the salt sticker on. Now is the time to start your journey. Where can I see a fair and reasonable starting bid for number 8 Durack Place? Who'd like to start us off? I don't mind the call, buyers. I'm in your hand. Start me where you like. I'm with you, buyers. I've got my instructions. They are to get the salt sticker up on the board at 800,000 now. Fairly been offered now at 800 the bid. Welcome and best of luck to you and your family here today at 800 the bid. At 800,000, I'll ask for participation. Your rise of 25 at 800 I've got, and make it 825 in the rise. At 800,000 now. At 800,000, fairly been offered. There's the bid. There's the competition, the opportunity with you all at 800,000 now. The bid at 800 the bid now. Got to be 25 in the rise. At 800,000. Once at 800,000, are we done? At 800,000 for the second call at 8. Are we done? 30. At 30 now, and even better, 830,000. Welcome, best of luck at 830. The bid, fight fire with fire. Give me 60 on top at 830,000. The bid's there at 830,000. Fairly been offered at 800. I'll take 20, so if it helps, can I say 50? At 50 now at 850,000. Same courtesy at 70 now at 870. At 870,000. Fairly been offered now. 870 the bid. Extremely close, sir, at 870,000. If we are dealing with the highest bidder, I tell you what, I can't see any other way but the salt sticker going up after we have that conversation. So at 870,000, the bid's there. It's against you at 70 now. At 870,000, fairly been offered now. At 80, at 880,000. At 880,000, why not round me off to 9? At 880 the bid. At 880,000, fairly been offered now. 880 the bid. At 900,000, is that right? 890 now. I heard 900. I always hear high numbers in my mind. At 900,000 now. At 900, at 890,000. I'm still saying 900. At 890 now. At 890,000. Fairly been offered now. 890 the bid. Got to be 900 in the rise. 890 I've got. Once at 890,000. Done. Second call. Can I say 900 now? At 890. Third. I will take the 5 at 895 and give you the same courtesy at 5 if you like. At 895. I read the future, sir. 900, here we are at 900,000, and the bid's with you. And I will say, sir, sold the keys because we are on the market and selling. On the market, sir, yes, at 900,000. Can I get a bid and get your head, put the keys in your pocket? Have a moment. I'll be here for a while yet, sir, I hope. At 900,000, bids there, keys are there. Sir, on the market and selling. If you've come to buy, show me now. At 905 now. At 905,000, we sell here today. At 905, bids there, keys are there. We're selling. If you've come to buy, dig deep right now. At 905,000, fairly been offered, and we're selling. At 905, the bid. At 905,000, fairly been offered once. At 905, are we done? At 905,000, second call at 905. At 10 now, had 10 over there, sir, if you don't mind, at 910 and 15, the opportunity with you now. At 910, you can't let them come in, so you were the first bidder. We can't let them buy with one bid, you work so hard. At 911, at 911, sir, you're going to miss out, 911. It's an emergency, 12, at 12 now, emergency averted. At 912 and the bid's there. At 912, can I say 15, sir? At 912,000, big bids buy property, small bids help the competition come along. At 912,000, bids there. Keys are there, opportunity is still with you and you, sir. And over here at 912,000, at 912 the bid, we're on the market, we sell, 912 the bid, once at 912, done. Second call, 912 the bid, done. Finished. At 915, welcome and best of luck at 915. At 915,000. At 915, bid here against your bid, sir, 915,000. Can I suggest 20 in the rise? At 915,000, fairly been offered. I'll circle back round to you at 915. At 915,000, fairly been offered. How are we going there, Leon? At 915. They're definitely done. Thank you for your being here today. Sir, man, we're done over here. Thank you once more. At 915,000, 16 now. At 17.5, sir? At 7.5, welcome back at 17.5. Keys with you. At 917.5 in the bids here, sir. At 917,500. At 917,500. Can I say 20 now? 918. At 918. At 919. At 919. Straight back at you, sir. At 919. At 919 in the bids there. 919,000. Fairly behind it. At 19.5. 919.5 in the bid there. At 20 now. At $920,000 the bid. At 920 the bid. At 920,000, sir. Half thousand. They're not working for you, sir. Give me a bigger bid. At 920,000. Can I try a bigger bid for you? At 920,000, bids against you. At 920 once. At 920. Twice. Third. I had 21 here at 921. At 921, bid there. And at 921, well, he might not buy it, sir, yet. There's still some competition to sort out. At 921,000, but are you saying that you're out, sir? Appreciate your participation here today. At 921,000, bids here, keys are here. At 921, the bid. First call at 921,000, all done. Second call at 921. At 922 here, sir. That's what he said. At 922, can I confirm?
I take his word, I take his word.
It's your money though, sir. I need to get at 922,000, 922. At 23, at 923, at 923,000, at 923,000. You'll be cutting a big check, Leon, if that's not the case. At 923, the bid. At 923.5, at 925, at 925 now, and welcome back at 25. At 925, at 925,000, fairly been offered now. At 925, the bid. At 925,000, at 925,000, fairly been offered. At 925 the bid, 9.25 here. First call at 925, done. And a half, at 925.5, at 925,500, fairly been offered now. At 925.5 and the bid's there. At 925.5, slate run, make it count at 925,500. At 925. At 500, 926, at 926,000, at 926,000, bid back there now, got them down to $5,000 bids, at 926, we are on the market, we're selling, not going inside, not seeking instructions, there's no half-time bracket, 926, the keys are here, at 926.5, was that a half? At 27, at 927 now, at 927,000, it seems like all the action's over here, at 927,000. At 30 now, at 930,000, and welcome back at 30. At 930 the bid. At 930,000, fairly been offered. Bids here, keys here. We sell 30 the bid. Once at 930, done. Twice at 930, done. Finished. 32. At 32, and welcome back at 32. 35, can I say, sir? At 932 the bid's there. It's against your bid. Give him a big bid in response.
935.
At 935, great bid in. At 9, I like the way you think, man. At 935, at 935,000. At 935, the bid sits against you, sir. At 935, at 935,000. Fight fire with fire. At 37 now, at 937. At 937,000. How's 40 sound, man? At 937, the bid's there. At 937, the bid. At 937,000. How we going over there, Jim? Still in? Out? At 937,000. Fairly been offered. Bids there with cons by at 937. Once. At 937,000, done. At 40 now, and welcome back at 40 with strength at 940. At 940,000. At 940,000, bid back here, keys back here. Opportunity still with you. I haven't sold it yet, but I am about to. So if you've come to buy, now is the time to dig deep. Now's the time to lay it all on the table. At 940,000, the bid's there. The keys are there. We sell. 940 the bid. Once at 940, done. Twice at 940 the bid, done, finished, third, final call at 941. At 941, that's a small bid. At 945, sir?
No, 500.
At 500, 941 and a half.
Yeah.
At 941 and a half now. At 941,500, back there with half, got them down to halves at 941 and a half. So I haven't heard from you in a while. How are we going?
Oh, still waiting.
Still waiting at 941 and a half. Well, I'm still here at 941 and a half now. 42 at 942 now. At 942,000, fairly been offered at 942. At 942,000, fairly been offered now at 942. Make way for your future neighbour to get through at 942. At 942,000, fairly been offered. Bid there, keys there. Once at 943 now at 943 the bid. At 943. At 943, fairly been offered. 45 at 945, at 945,000, at 945,000, bid back there at 945, bids there, opportunity with you, 45, once at 945, done, and a half at 945 and a half. At 945,500. How about 950? So it might be the mental barrier for the competition here today. At 945 and a half, the bid's there, the keys are there, opportunity with you, ball in your court at 945 and a half now. First call at 945 and a half, done. Second call 945 500, done and finished. Third at 946 now, at 946,000. Pressure back on you here now at 946. At 946,000, we're definitely done here again. Thank you once more. We're done over there and we're done over here. Thank you all for your participation here today at 946,000 and a half, at 946 and a half, at 946,500. Sir, how are we going? Do you want me to speak to him?
946 and a half.
At 946 and a half, that's what I've got.
No.
At 946 and a half now. At 946 and a half, the bid's there against you at 46 and a half. Once at 946 500, done. Twice at 946 and a half, done. Finished. And at 47 and a half now. At 947 and a half. How about 50? At 947,500 might be, as I said, the mental barrier for the competition. Round numbers usually are, and if that's the case, you want to arrive there first. So at 947 and a half, the bid's there, the opportunity's with you, but it is fleeting because we are selling here today. The keys are there at 47 and a half, at 947 and a half now. First call, second call. 48. At 48, and welcome back at 48. At $950,000. Now I said it might be his barrier, don't let it be yours. At 950,000, the bid's there, the keys are there, opportunity with you now. At 950, sir, any instructions on the phone? At 950,000 now. At 950,000, fairly been offered, bid there, keys are there. If you tell me I have your absolute best, I will sell to the highest bidder. You're definitely done?
100%.
Well, I wasn't concerned about you, so I want to know whether she's out or not.
I'm the boss,
At 900, all right, fair enough. At 900, we've laid down the law. At 950,000, fairly been offered. Bids there, keys are there. First call at 950. Are we done? Second call at 950. Done, finished. Third, final call at 950. The bid. So time's run out. I need to know now. At 950,000, the bid's there, the keys are there. Are we in? Are we out? At $950,000. Yes or no?
952. 951.
Do you want me to speak to him? At 950, you need to know now, sir. Once, twice, third, at 950 and a half. She got her way. See? She got her way. She got her way in the end. Yeah, at 950 and a half, and 950 and a half now.
You do with it, mate.
Don't worry, sir. We're all in the same boat at 950,500. The bid's there. You're definitely done. Half might have bought it for you. Might be that barrier as we discussed at 950,500. Jim, I need to know there. I'm about to sell. No late bids. Once the hammer 4 sold, is sold. Gone is gone. I cannot entertain any late bids at 950,500. The bid. The bid's here. The keys are here. We're selling. First call at 950 and a half. Are we done? Second call, 950 and a half. Done. Finished. Third, final call, 950,500. All done, all finished. Silent and out. We're definitely done over here. You're still on the phone. It gives me a moment to think about it. At 950,500. Yes or no, sir? I need clear instructions. Yes or no, in or out. At 950,500. I'm going to take that as out. Silence is out. 950 and a half.
Yes or no?
At 900, Jim, I'm going to knock it down. If they're coming in, I need to know before the hammer falls. So if you tell me you're out, I'll sell over here at 950 and a half now. Last chance, need to know. Once, twice, definitely done. Thank you again for your bidding here today. Third, final call at 950,500. All done, all finished, all silent, all out. We are selling. Selling. Definitely sure, sir? At 950. Why don't you give me $500, take them to 51, then we'll buy some time. At 950, 500. At 951, she's giving me the thumbs up. Can I take that as 951? No, at 950, 500. At 900, see, sir, that's how it's done. At 950 and a half. At 950,500. Fairly been offered. I do need to know now. First call, second call, third, final call, 951, 500. Done. Finished. Silent out at 951 and a half. I need to know, yes or no? I'm about to sell, sir, 951 and a half. It's 951 and a half or 951? It's 951 and a half. I need 52, sir, if you're going to get yourself ahead. But I do need to know now I'm going to sell. At 951 and a half?
It's 900 and a half.
950 and a half. At 950 and a half. I added 1,000 for you, sir. I preempted your bid at 950,500. Bid here, keys here at 950 and a half now. Might have cost you 1,000 there, sir. Yo, con. At 950,500. First call, second call, third, final call, 950,500. We are selling. Need to know. Selling. Selling. Sold. Congratulations and well bid.
See you, mate. You deal with it. I'm going home.
Please join me congratulating our purchasers and our vendors here today. Cheers, mate. Merry Christmas. You just witnessed another successful Harcourts Rata and Co-auction. Have a great weekend, a great Christmas. See you again soon. Thank you. Oh, we'll see you there. We'll see you in Jan, mate. We've got a few hitting the market in Jan. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. Well done.